began 20 years ago with a small group of faithful individuals coming together to form Destiny Life Church. Their vision was rooted in a profound belief in God's plan for their community.
The story of how this Life Church began is really a long one, but I still remember every bit of it as if it happened yesterday. The story, as we all heard, began at the Kenya Polytechnic in 2003 when we began together as a fellowship of many of us who were young, others a little bit maturer than the average population, but most of the guys were fresh from college, and we began to do ministry together. Very excited. We were hiring Kenya Polytechnic every Sunday. We had an office at Tumaini House, and there are moments you'd go to the Kenya Poly and find that at night it was a disco. And now we have to begin with the ushers. In the morning, we clean the hall, and the whole place is just smelling alcohol, and every bit of it was just a whole challenge. And every Sunday, having to vary instruments for worship, sound system, back to Kenya Polytechnic.
I remember how we could arrive at the Kenya Polytechnic on a Sunday morning very early. Bishop and I joined with a team of a few church members, and we needed to arrange the hall, wipe the seats, and prepare the hall, really the meeting room for service. But over the years, I must say that God has been very gracious. In every season, God has given us a team of very resourceful people who have selflessly run with the vision.
By the fact that we were few, that means that mobilizing resources to do something meaningful was a real challenge. I still remember the challenge we had when we did our first fundraising. We did a dinner, and in that dinner, we wanted to raise a lot of money. We raised about 200,000, and half of it went to pay the hotel. And what remained was so little. But nevertheless, we still kept somewhere. We invested in a circle to give us some bit of dividends.
As the community grew, so did the physical space.
We were able, in 2007, we were able to buy 1 acre land on Kugani Road.
It also came with its own challenges.
When it came to relocating, we also were ill prepared. We didn't have sufficient, we had the land, yes, but we didn't have sufficient resources to put up good structures to be able to receive and to penetrate Syokimau well. But there was no running water. We were using a pit latrine. The tents were hired like those of weddings. And at some point, the tents blew off while we were still in the sanctuary. We didn't have money to put up a nice tent. And again, the resources were quite a challenge. So all those challenges put together. But the most shocking one was, as soon as we came to Syokimau, a number of people who had willingly come with us to Syokimau began to back off. And it was again a real challenge having to do ministry with new people who, some of them still growing the things of ministry, but we had to make use of them because those are the people that God had given us.
The most challenging bit about the children ministry was really getting dedicated facilitators. For the longest time, we would have the moderators announce at the pulpit to the church that we were recruiting for Sunday school facilitators. But interestingly, not many people would volunteer to do so. So starting in the year 2021, we only had a team of about 9 tired facilitators. I'm saying tired because really they had to run 2 services. So you can imagine 9 facilitators running 2 services, how many times one had to teach in a month. We began trusting God to grow the team. So in that year alone, the team grew from 9 members to 36. And that team has since doubled. We are now counting of over 70 very dedicated Sunday school facilitators. And we give the Lord all the glory for that.
We look back and we say, those things that caused us so much pain are the things that cause us to rejoice today and say, kweli Bwana ametenda.
The doors swung open and a new chapter began.
I was formed in this family to declare the goodness of the Lord.
Over the years, we've witnessed countless stories of transformation.
Hatakuwa na siku ya harambee. Can I say it again? We will not have a fundraising day. No. We will just bring.
The construction of Destiny Life Church marked a significant milestone, a tangible testament to the unwavering faith and commitment of the congregation.
This Life Church.
Such an exciting day. So excited to see us celebrating 20 years of God's faithfulness.
My name is Humphrey Ndire. I serve in this church, oversee a purpose zone, and other than that, I also serve in the discipleship ministry.
Mimi nimefika kwa big screen ya kanisa. Make it. My name is Lonzi, Joy Lonzi, and I serve at the media team. Na nionanga niki take 2 laps there and there. Yeah.
At the time that I joined church, immediately the church was shut because of COVID.
I joined this church in 2013, but not officially. Officially was in 2021. It was an on and off kind of thing because mimi ni last born. Na unajua last borns na wazazi wao handbag. But I really loved Destiny. At that time it was breakthrough because walikuwa na dance classes. At least I could come for the first service, nisikize sermon. Then the second service nikubanju. Nikubanje.
Alafu songa nayo boy. Hey, shoulders, knees and toes. Move to the right, move to the left.
We were inducted in as new members, and at that point in time we're not being treated to restaurant style of members reception as it is right now, but it was really nice to hear the church really articulates the vision, the pillars, the values, and where the church is going. And immediately I felt plugged in. I felt like I'm part of a unit that knows where it's going.
Get ready, everybody.
I used to see TVX zao na VBS zao vile spectacular. I used to love. The churches that I used to go to, we didn't have vocational Bible studies for us during the holidays. So I kind of felt at home because I could interact with my fellow age mates, we could meet and dance. Hey, hiyo siku TikTok ingekuwa challenges kuzifanya mbaya. So I remember each and every time after the VBS, we used to perform during the service. She used to call me and tell me, kuja, nataka ukuje next Sunday, nataka ukuje next Sunday. And actually, that was another thing that made me really want to come to Destiny, because alikuwa shanipatia the home environment, the love, the family. Yani, it was to yearn for. I felt at home already. So
Destiny Life Church hasn't confined its mission within these walls. The church has been a beacon of hope in the community, reaching out with love, compassion, and a message of faith.
The same spirit, we continue engaging the community. There's a time nilikuwa nimeenda Twins kununua mkate, and then mtu akaniambia, "Guy, ule simulie msichana alikuwa anatembea pale kwa ile trailer wakisiku ya entertainment ya environment." And I felt so nice because at least they got to notice
The Business Expo and the Syokimau cleanup. Reason being, we had really been taken through a crash course by a battery of well-selected gospel evangelists that really made the experience be awesome.
When we came to Syokimau, we were probably about 3 or 4, 5 branches. Right now, we are talking of over 30 branches.
Welcome to Destiny Life Church Gashie.
To understand why they are called in this life, so that Jesus can be revealed in the life of somebody.
And we really thank the Lord. This can only be the Lord's doing. And looking forward, by the year 2030, We trust the Lord that God will give us up to 100 branches to celebrate. So Destiny Life Church will expand across the 47 counties of this country, and we believe that God is going to give us such a great harvest.
I'm looking towards 2024.
Going to the future, my heart is boiling, highly passionate about the young generation, the church of tomorrow. And we have become so strategic in reaching out to the future generation, starting from Destiny World. That is where we are thriving. Even as we start of next year, we will be launching a strategic service which will be tailored to reach more to this generation. I long to see this whole church packed with thousands of young people gathered here for worship and creating impact of changed lives in our society. That is what I'm looking forward to. And I believe by the year 2030, God enabling us, this place will just be quite another story, especially in targeting, reaching out to the younger generation.
Hata tusikie kuna Destiny Life Church Kampala, tuende huko na mayouth tukunywe makuku maugali hivi, youth hoye.
Should I also not say for the rest of those that are joining with us from diaspora is that we've also been able to set up a diaspora church with our members and their friends across the world, wherever they're located, in Europe, in USA, in Canada, and in UAE countries. This church meets once in a month. The other day they celebrated 1 anniversary, and we thank God for people like Pastor J.S. Kamau, who has spearheaded this cause just to cause this vision to thrive. We are not only locally here, but we are also represented in the far boundaries of this country to the glory of God.
Eish, what a ride, what a journey. 20 years of God's faithfulness, 20 years of God's doing. Surely ametenda. Na sisi kama DLYC, we wanna wish you a happy anniversary.
Kweli.
The far that the Lord has taken us, it has been 20 years. What a ride. Happy anniversary, Destiny Life Church.
Destiny Life Church, happy 20 years anniversary. To many more.
Happy anniversary. Look what the Lord has done.